how we'd start over if we lost everything in our fleet. Starting with number one, instead of buying from a dealership, we would buy from a wholesaler.
Well, from a specific person, because he is not a wholesaler, but he can get cars from auctions.
Yes.
And sell us like non-dealership prices.
Right, yeah.
And he's a mechanic.
Well, she just jumped right into being specific. I was just giving y'all the surface level. But yeah, so we know a guy here in Houston. He's a wholesaler.
He's not a wholesaler.
He's not a wholesaler. He got a dealership license. He buys cars, and then he resell them for a lower price. So instead of going to a dealership, spending 40, 50K, we'll just go to him and buy an SUV, a newer one.
A repo.
A repo, whether it's a Chevy Suburban or Cadillac Escalade, whatever. We'll go buy it from him for a much lower price. And he pretty cool. He worked with us. So that's the first thing we would do. You know, even going forward, even if we didn't lose everything.
Yeah, I mean, we were thinking about doing that when our cars are up for renewal next year.
Yeah, so even if we didn't lose everything now, we plan on adding 2 SUVs. We probably just go to our guy that buys them cars from the auctions and just buy 2 new SUVs from him for a much lower price, because SUVs are super expensive. And that's why I tell people that if you want to get started in the Uber Black business, you need some capital, you need some money. So first thing we would do if we lost everything right now is buy a car from our guy that got a dealership or a dealer's license. Number 2 is have better structured contracts. So if we had to start over again today, first thing is contracts. You know, we already had multiple bad experiences. We can sit here and tell y'all all about them. It'll be like 2 days. But we learned from those experiences, and everything that we learned from, we put into contracts.
Yeah, so like to give you a better example, our very first contract was probably like 2 pages.
Oh my God.
Our contract now is probably like 8 pages. So
yes.
we've learned, and then we've applied it towards our contracts to stay better protected. Because like there's just like, I don't know, to me, like when we first started, we were just like, there's just only so much that we can like say here. Like, what is the worst that could happen? And then let me tell you, we found out.
The worst happened for sure. Sure. Our first contract looked like it's like when a third grader draws something.
Yeah.
Versus like the actual artwork of an expert. But now our contract is pretty solid, you know.
8 pages, and then it was 2 pages. So.
And it's also attorney stamped as well too.
Yeah.
So we super duper good. Which, if you're watching this video right now and you need help with your contract structure, I do offer mentorships. And
also, we would recommend getting, like, what we did is, when we did our first contract, we didn't, like, go to an attorney. But then now it's like we have an attorney now, like, full time. So, like, if anything happens, we just call her up. But basically, we had her look over it. Now, obviously, it's not free. You would have to be billed for the hours that they spent looking at the contract. But she included things that we never thought to include. So having strong contracts is very important, because at any given moment, somebody can fuck you over, and then you gotta basically go after them legally to get whatever back.
And I want to add in a quick story time. We was talking to this business owner a couple of days, and he told us he's in the rental business too. His friend is, not him. He owned a different business, but he told us his friend owned an exotic car rental company, and a famous basketball player stole one of their Lamborghini SUVs, the Lamborghini Urus, and he didn't want to give it back. So the guy that owned the exotic fleet was chasing the NBA player to different hotels. And the NBA player was smart because he was valeting, or what?
No, he lives at an apartment where it's a valet. So police can't come police came, but they can't do anything because it's a civil matter.
Yes.
And you physically cannot get your car back because a valet has a key. I don't know, actually. I don't know what I would do in that situation, but basically, like, the car's with the valet.
Yeah, so it's like a slap in the face because it's your car, but this guy intentionally not giving it back. So he can literally drive your car off in front of you, and you can't do nothing.
What a slap in the face.
That's like the worst experience ever.
That happened to us, actually.
Yeah, and we've experienced that, so that's why we speaking on it, which we're going to tell y'all about that story. We ain't forgot.
Later down the line.
Yeah, later down the line. But number 3, last but not least, so we pretty much solidified in this business. You know, we already branded ourselves, so we pretty much well known in this space. If we had to start over, we would probably start off like, let's say we didn't have capital, right? Let's say we didn't have money. We would start off by making money through affiliates. We'd get a commission. So for example, what we'll do is call other Uber Black fleet owners that can't get people in their cars and get people in their cars and charge them a fee.
Yeah.
That way we start building capital. And then once we build enough capital, that's when we'll go back to number one, go back to our guy that got a dealer license and buy an SUV for a discounted price. So that's the thing about business. That's what I love most is, your first year and a half, 2 years might be hard. But once you keep showing up, keep putting in the reps, you get experience and then you start getting a network and you get more knowledgeable. So if you lost everything, you know exactly what you need to do to get it back. So that's pretty much our 3 things, buying a car for a cheaper price with a person that got a dealer license, having a good contract in place, and then, start raising capital if we didn't have any through affiliates.
And also, this is not included, but I think it's very important. Like if we did lose everything, I think as like a partnership, both like relationship wise and like business relationship wise, I think we would practice being like stronger mentally, because like there were times where shit got like bad with our renters to where it's like, fuck, it impacts you mentally. Like it's very mentally draining. So if we did lose everything, I also think like being stoic and like learning different ways to stay stoic is very important, because within business, there's a lot of things that will come up. Like I mentioned, like with contracts, in the beginning, our contract was 2 pages versus now it's 8 pages. Like you learn as you go, but it's a lot of stress. It's a lot of headache. It's a lot of like different things that you endure. And as a human being, like you have to like practice stoicism in order to stay in the game. Is stoicism?
It's stoicism. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it right. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it, y'all. I think it's super duper important to be that way. It's not just through business, but also life experiences as well. You don't just fucking give up. You keep showing up. You keep trying, because you keep showing up. You keep trying. It gets easier, but you have to do it in a way to where when it's hard, times get hard. It's tough. It's a challenge. That's when you cut on your thinking cap and you look at it as a learning experience. And instead of like, oh, why me? Yeah. Why is this happening to me?
Like, why not you? Like
it's never about you. Bad stuff happens to people all the time, good or bad.
All the time.
So you just got to kind of have that mindset in this business. And I would argue any business, that's how you keep going, keep the wheels rolling. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think if we lost everything, we'll get it back very quickly, just because we work well as partners. And also, in our first time going through like multiple different things, we've been through a lot. So
a
lot. But if you need help building a private clientele, you want to start a fleet, and you want to watch out for things, including like the contract, I'm now offering mentorships. I got 3 different tiers: 7-day, 14, 30. I work with you one-on-one. Whether you're trying to build a successful fleet or a private clientele, I got you. The link is in my description. So if y'all want to get access, click the link in my description. With that
and get us to 100K, please and thank you.
All right, y'all heard it. We'll catch y'all next video.
Bye.
Bye.